Okay, this is a little bit of a dev update. I've decided to give Godot the big ass finger because I was banging my head into Godot. Every single thing I was trying to do, and I hated the node structure. And I decided to learn C# with Unity instead. I'd really like to use Unigen, but for a 3D open world engine, their nav system is garbage. If they fix that, maybe I'd go for Unigen. But in the very short amount of time that I've been working with Unity, I've achieved more than in the year of Godot. So what we have here is just a test playground. Because in Godot, I wanted to move the game to 3D, and I couldn't even figure out the 3D interface of Godot, and the tutorials, just nothing was clicking at all. Unigen has a very simple 3D interface to move around in. Took me a little bit to get used to Unity's, but I got this free car off Unity's asset store. It has, everything here, except its rear wheels were a single object. And that's where I had to fight, because Blender's up axis is Z, Unity's is Y. For the life of me, I couldn't get the object in either Unigen or Unity, so its orientations were correct so that the wheels would actually work. And then within Blender, I found a package that you have to install. It's a new version of the FBX importer for Unity. And that fixed both engines. I was able to do everything with them. And then the one thing I was stuck on was how do I traverse a nav mesh? And can I traverse a nav mesh as far as this landscape? That's what all this blue is. And again, this is just a height map landscape that I did not edit or adjust at all. And there is a simple AI on the asset store for free. 3 or 4 years old. And it works out of the box on Unity 6.1. However, to do something like this, I've spent the last couple weeks testing different engines, testing and figuring out C#. I know it enough that I can crawl, but not great. But I knew it enough that I could go into the script and start figuring out what was going on. Because in Unigen, I just set a breakpoint in Visual Studio Code. I can run it. I can run the program straight. You are not what I'm looking for. Straight. God, where is this stupid bar at? Right there. By running this or F5, and then in Unigen, it runs the program. Can't do that in Unity. But I sit here and I'll compile here to verify I've got that. But my breakpoints don't work running it out of Unity. That's something I got to figure out, because it works great in Unigen. And, oh yeah, back to the visual script here. I had to figure out, he's got it, I kept getting no custom destination assigned. No, I kept getting failed to generate random path, invalid, generate a new one, failed to generate, waypoints are outside the AI FOV. And it turns out the AI FOV is how this program sees because it's an AI navigator on NavBash. And that was set to, yeah, you can't do that here. That was set, I was like, there's got to be a value for that. Max RPM is 150. That's on here. Right here. It was only set to 60 degrees. And so I went down, I changed it to 180 degrees. And I'll show you what that means. And then before that, I was going into the functions. Once I tracked it down, creates a path, and I ended up looking at the API for nav mesh path and everything. And right here, I thought I changed that. Source position. Okay, calculate. Destination, source position. No. Sample position right there. I did. I changed that to 9,999,099 to try to get this to work before I realized the field of view. So 150 is good. For some reason, oh, I probably didn't save the probably didn't save it, or custom path. There it is. For that is if it wants to generate a random patrol path, which is pretty damn cool. That it will do that just on its own. It will do a random patrol path anywhere on the map. And this was 150. I wonder if it will work if I could put it back to 150. We'll see. Save. But I was trying to do this. I had to look up what nav mesh simple position was and its destination. Out is if it hit the mesh at the destination, and its search parameter size was 150. And then nav mesh area byte is within this program. It's just basically what nav mesh layer it is. And it's got to do its thing because I changed something and saved it. And I'm looking at this gigantic landscape, 1,000 by 1,000, and going, I wonder if 150 is enough. And so I've been playing with it and testing it out for a bit now. This is going to be my next test. But if you notice, where's the debugs? I should have debug on. Or does it keep shutting off? No? Oh, this is the gizmo. Last time I looked at it, it was 2 lines pointing out this way, and it's attached to this empty. It uses the empty for that, but it's at 180 degrees now, which means it's going to look all the way around. So anyways, over here, instead of random patrols, I was testing, and I have a cube right there. And I was like, how close can I get this before the car will actually react and do something? Because it wasn't doing anything when I first got it all set up. And I'm like, crap, another thing that just doesn't freaking work. And I could put it right there and it would detect it and go. I'm like, hey, awesome, it works. Put it over here, wouldn't detect it. Put it all the way down here, it went and did its thing. So anyways, that's what got me into the code to fix all this. And it's so much easier than Godot. Cinemachine is doing the camera work here, and that was a pain in the ass to set up. So what's going to happen is the car is going to drop down, and this is the little AI bubbles that this car CS program puts out to find its way to that cube destination. Ooh. You went through something that wasn't a mesh. Well, you almost did. And then it's down here where the game view is. Hey, you actually made it. Boink. Now, this is fun because at this scale, if you start moving this cube around, the reason that it was failing over and over and over again was the cube was always beneath the landscape or way out there from just nudging it a little bit. But yeah, with this, there's so much I can do with this. Now that I've been playing with this for a while, I wonder if I put the cube over there, if it can make it. I don't think so, but this is showing you what can really happen with the cube if you're not paying attention on this large landscape. Come on, you can do it. You can get over there. Oh, where are you? Yep, you're way the hell over there. All right, now I just got to figure out how to get you back here. Because you are not exactly where you claim you are. Over here. Are you too far? Yeah, now you're too far. Still too far. Somewhere right here, buddy. God, I don't even know where you are now. Woohoo! I'm pretty sure there's a way to set a target up. Oh God, no! You're gone. You're gone. To set a target up where wherever the mouse cursor is, but you know, I'm kind of all new to this whole thing, and I'm having a freaking blast. I'll just make a new cube because you're gone, and I don't know where you are. And we'll set you through the earth right there, through the ground. Well, that might be a bit tough, and I'm not expecting the car to be able to make it here without high centering or something. And just for good measure, we're gonna make you nice and tall. All right, where's the car? Car's somewhere here. Let's see if this works. You're not working. No custom. Oh, I didn't assign the custom destination. That's why you're not working. Well, that's probably one of the main reasons why you're not working. Let's pick the cube, the replacement cube. And try that again. Cube is... I got to get a heck of a lot more cars on this to see if it'll even run. Or just set your other path right there. Ooh. Glad I turned your RPMs down. There's supposedly a way I can get it not to run on the edges of the grid like this. But I haven't. Oh, you spun out. Will you resume, or are you going to go and get lost? Oh, now you're off map. And you got stuck. Let's turn your RPM down to 350 and give you, yeah, 45 for steering angle is fine. Now we should see some, yeah, there they are. Let's see if you can get through this time. Here's his little, this is the AI path that he found to the new cube somewhere that way. So if we follow it down here, definitely going slower. Try to avoid those spin outs. I guess I could increase friction. And I don't have any particle systems set up. I haven't mapped the terrain with any materials, anything like that. This has just been testing, and I'm having so much fun over what Godot would do. Oh, that's what happens. You missed your AI. And I don't have anything stuck up where if you haven't finished your path and you are at 0 to back up and resume. Anyways, yeah, this is just an update on my game development. I haven't dropped it completely. I've been looking for alternatives because I'm going to have to completely rewrite everything in Godot with the way I was doing it anyways. Everybody have a great day.